Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Maryam here. If you are here for an honest review of Natasha Denona's new BIBA palette, then you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing this palette for you. I'm going to be applying it onto my eyes. I'm also going to be comparing this expensive AF palette to some other neutral palettes that you may already own, and I'm going to tell you what the fuss is all about. And we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty. Why is this palette so expensive? What makes it so special and so different? Remember to subscribe if you aren't already and hit that notification bell so that you can see all of my videos and not just some. Questions and comments down below as always, and let's get to this video. Natasha Denona BIBA Palette, here we come. I'm coming for you, Natasha Denona. I have high expectations for this one. Okay, so let's take a look at this Natasha Denona all neutral BIBA palette. Ooh, yes, girl. The moment that I saw this in my unboxing on IG, I just had to dip my fingers into it. I was so drawn to these warm colors. I love neutrals. I'm into this. So here we have 15 shades of warm neutral glorious goodness, 2.5 grams in each shade, $129. I know, expensive AF. But Natasha Denona is the queen of eyeshadow palettes, so I have extremely high hopes for this one. I like most of her palettes, if not all of her palettes, so I'm assuming this is going to be another hit. However, there's always a first time for everything, and I am not gonna buy it until I try it. So now I actually want to get to the bottom of this question. Why are Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes so damn expensive? So comparing Soft Glam by ABH, for example, with Natasha Denona's BIBA palette, each of these pans from ANASTASIA Beverly Hills contains only about 0.74 grams of product, whereas Natasha Denona contains 2.5 grams of product. So that's more than double. If you do the math, kind of makes sense. Actually, if you take the Huda Beauty palette with 18 shades, and I could not for the life of me find out the amount of grams in each of these pans, but there's no way it's more than Urban Decay's 1.1 grams. If this is 1 gram of product and Natasha Denona has 2.5 grams of product, let's multiply the price of this by 2.5 and actually, well, you get more for your buck with Natasha Denona's palettes. Give or take a couple of shades here and there because this one does have 18. Okay, I'm not a mathematician and I'm not gonna get into all of that, but you get my drift. Now, on to the fun part. Here we come.
All right, swatch model here.
Swatch model time! First color is Rustic. Come through, Natasha Denona. Next color is Pasha. Man, that's so pretty. Next we've got Seed. That's beautiful. Prairie. Here we have Monroe. Ooh, Monroe. I think this is called Tor. Cocoa. Rayon. Next we have Sculpture. Wow, that's real nice. Freckle. Buff. Spot. And last three, we've got Shine, woo, Tone, and Tusk. Nice. Okay, so I don't know what some of those reviews on Sephora say that this palette doesn't swatch well. What are you talking about? In my opinion, this swatches beautifully. Not that swatches matter at all. Again, in my opinion, I feel like they're very gimmicky and very Instagrammy and not a real life situation, but what matters is how they actually apply on the eyes. So without further ado, let's apply this Natasha Denona BIBA palette onto my eyes. Really didn't want to expose this cheek because, you know, that animal. Don't mind me, don't mind it. First thing that I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna prime my lids. Not that I'm a huge fan of priming because sometimes it makes eyeshadows a little bit more difficult to blend out, but I know a lot of you guys like to use primers, so I'm gonna go back to using primers in my videos just so we can all be on the same page. Primer that I'm using today is this NARS Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base in the shade Light. I wanted to clean up my brows. It's something that I haven't done in a while, but today I felt like it needed to be done. A lot of you guys have also been asking me on pretty much every single video about this mirror and where it's from. This mirror came in a PR package from Tatcha. This is one of my favorite mirrors because I feel like it matches with everything, with every look, with every palette, with every backdrop, with every top that I have on. So now you know. All right, and now let's pick up some brushes. I think I'm gonna just use Morphe for today. Gonna start with a super duper fluffy brush, M513. Can you guess what color I'm gonna go for today? That's right, I'm gonna go for Prairie. I think this is a really nice transition shade that clearly has a lot of pigment that blends out easily and consistently with other Natasha Denona shadows and palettes. Not too much effort is needed here to blend it out, and it's working well with this primer. I don't see it clinging to any areas. I don't really see it acting all patchy and funky. So far, so good. Gotta say, I also do love me these mirrors in the Natasha Denona larger palettes of 15 pan. Her palettes have a nice weight to them. They feel expensive. They look expensive. I mean, it's definitely a baller palette. Okay, I feel like I've applied way too much of this transition shade, but you know what? Maybe we're going for a dramatic neutral look. Doesn't have to be so work appropriate, does it? I'm gonna grab me this M518, also from Morphe, and let's do a little of this freckle tone. I do think that freckle is a distinct color from the previous one, Prairie. There is a little bit more fallout with this one. Also feels like a softer eyeshadow, but honestly not too different in consistency and not too different in pigmentation than the previous one. I'm gonna apply that to my lower lash line as well, and then I'm gonna beat off all of that fallout, which is a soft, non-sticky type of fallout, similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows, meaning they don't cling to your foundation and they don't stain your cheekbone area. Next, I'm gonna pick up some Monroe. Gonna emphasize that inner corner. Gonna highlight under that brow, and this color is so smooth. Oh yeah, wow. I'm gonna go back and take a little bit of Prairie, just like a smidge, and blend that slightly over that shimmery shade just to diffuse. And I'm also gonna pull it out right along my temple. Next, I want to cut that crease. I want a larger lid space, so I'm gonna give myself a larger lid space and go all the way up. I'm not making this line too precise because I still want it to be a soft cut. And then I'm just gonna blend that out with the outer portion. I'm gonna pick up this shade here called Tusk using this big old flat brush, Morphe M333. And I'm just gonna seal that primer with this eyeshadow and kind of just stamp it right on top. Boom. Next, I'm gonna take this little angled brush. I think this is a brow brush from NYX. I'm gonna dip it into Pasha, and I'm gonna add that right to the border above the lid shade. Basically just darkening and sharpening this outer portion of the cut crease. I said I wasn't gonna make it cut, and then here I go, cutting it and making it more sharp. Gonna blend that out slightly. And the reason why I say slightly is because really all you need is a slight flick of the wrist to blend out these Natasha Denona shadows. There's no learning curve with these shadows. You could be a makeup artist or a makeup beginner and you can make magic with these palettes. You know what? I think I want to do some shimmer. I'm gonna take this color called Rustic on that same brush that I just used to darken, and I'm gonna use this to line my top lash line. I want to test all the capabilities of this palette. Is this better than the new Nude? Is this better than the Naked Reloaded? Is this our new Holy Grail? So I'm just gonna softly line the top of the lash line. There is some fallout here, but no stainage, so it's perfectly fine. Then I'm gonna pick up a little bit of this one called Rayon, kind of like a maroonish brown, and I'm gonna add that close to my lashes. So I'm sort of creating a gradient liner. Never done this before, but I really want to. So now for the outer portion, I gotta test out this one called Spot. I'm gonna start adding that to the outer corner wing and just lifting and winging out this portion here. Wow, that is really, really nice. I will say this black didn't even swatch very pigmented. It was more like a gunmetal type of shade, but it looks so beautiful. It looks so flattering as a liner. I mean, I'm really into this. I'm now gonna take that black into the inner portion of the eye. I'm just gonna blend it right here in the outer wing portion. I think that looks really, really nice. I'm liking it so far. Now for the lower lash line, I'm gonna pick up a bit of Cocoa and a little smudger brush. I'm gonna push that shade right into the lashes for just a little depth and definition. So easy. I'm gonna do the same thing onto my other eye, and then I will be right back. So I am gonna use this shade Monroe as a highlighter. I know it's an eyeshadow and it's not meant to be used as a highlighter, but it looks like it would make for a really pretty highlighter color. Just wanna test it out. Wow. Am I seeing what I'm seeing? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Because in my viewfinder, that is looking blinding and so pretty. Wow. Well, you know what? While we're at it, I didn't use this shade Buff, so I wanna use it, and I wanna use it as a blush. Sue me. This might be a little too pigmented, but maybe that's too much. But you know what? Skin is skin, and this is actually blending out pretty well. It is an eyeshadow though, so I would say it's still a little too pigmented for a blush, and I will need to tone that down, but man, would that make a really pretty blush. Hopefully I won't break out from this. Now I think I'm gonna pick up a little bit of this shade called Shine, just with my finger, and I just wanna add a little bit of sparkle to the center of the lid. I don't want a super obvious glow, I don't want a super obvious shimmer, just wanted to catch some light just to give it a little bit of roundness. I also think I'm gonna pick up a little bit of tone, and I'm gonna add that right here to the outer portion of my lid space. Just a smidge. The brush fits there perfectly, and again, I'm just doing that for dimension, so that the lid color isn't super duper flat. I'm gonna do the rest of my face, my lashes, and I will be right back with the final verdict. For my lips, using ColourPop Bichette Lip Liner. It's been a hot minute since I've done a red lip for YouTube. For my lip color today, I'm gonna use ABH Sarafine Lipstick. You guys, I feel slightly cuter, and I am now ready to deliver this verdict on Natasha Denona's all neutral new BIBA palette. You ready for it? I'm ready for it, you guys! This all neutral 15 shade palette by Natasha Denona will get a score of 9.5 out of 10. You guys, this palette is amazing, and it is consistent with all the other Natasha Denona palettes. I think this palette is super high end. The shadows blend like a dream, they apply like a dream, they swatch great, they wear well, they look great on the eyes, and honestly, I could not complain at all. Outside of the price, which is ridiculously expensive and definitely not for everyone, I think the quality of this palette surpasses all other neutral palettes that I have tried. However, given the fact that this is a $130 palette, if you want to save your money, I do suggest going for an Anastasia or a Naked Reloaded. The quality of those eyeshadows are not as superior as Natasha Denona's, but they are less than half of the price. If you are a makeup professional, however, if you are a makeup artist, and if you need to invest in quality eyeshadows with 2.5 grams of product in each pan, then you need to get your hands on this, and trust me, your money will be well spent. That is my opinion. I'm sticking to it. Thank you, Team Truth, for watching me as always. Check out some of my other reviews of Natasha Denona's palettes as well as other products. I will see you guys in my next video. I love you mucho, mucho, mucho. Mwah. Peace out.